The worst thing for me when I travel to it seems just about like the East Coast, is that towels never dry. So it's in between, like, I take a shower every day, and sometimes twice a day just because it's humid and you're sweating a lot, and the towel's always still wet. Doesn't
Yeah, you
happen
gotta
here.
gotta have a few towels.
3, 2, 1. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Good as Gold number 56, the Grand Finals. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we're on Taldarium Altar. It's a best of 3, and with me still is LordFreiza. You can find him on youtube.com/Frieza Starcraft or on Twitch at Frieza Starcraft. Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm so ecstatic to be here in the finals with you, and I'm looking forward to a fantastic matchup. These two very strong players.
I'll let you take it away then.
Alrighty, so spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Taldari Malter, it is our TL Terran player, Why Can't I Lose? And spawning in the top right-hand corner, it is VM Serpent, the pink Zerg player, my bad. But, yeah, TVZ, one of my more favorite matchups to watch. I'm looking forward to this.
And important to note, of course, Why Can I Lose is a random player spawning as Terran right now, and I'm speaking from casting several of his games in the past. Terran's actually his weakest race. He's pretty darn good with Protoss, and we just saw him win that Game 3 against Twiz. Sorry you got knocked out, Twiz. So both of these players do earn an invite to the Tournament of Champions on the 15th of July. That's right, the next one's on the 15th of July. There's going to be some pretty cool prizes offered there. It's an invite-only tournament for all the first and second place finishers from the Good as Golds from the previous month, essentially. I'm not about to tell you that it's going to happen every month, because after the one on the 15th of July, there won't be another one till like the very end of August. Just to fill some time here, as we see the racks in the refinery already going down for Why Can I Lose, as he chooses not to wall off, and the spawning pool going down with no expansion just yet at a VM Serpent. I'm in the reserves, having served active duty before, and so I'm just coming up on my annual tour. I will be more or less unavailable for casting for about 3 weeks in August, and for the end of July as well. So leading up to that, we're going to be working on getting casters who can still do this regularly. The tournament will still happen Monday through Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The EU version of Good as Gold will still happen at 2100 CET, so no worries there. There'll be more updates coming out about that kind of stuff as we get closer to the date. I sent a shout out to everybody in the group OrD on Zeek.com. You guys can go over there and check that out. My email is ord.se2. If you would email me with the subject line admin/caster for hashtag Good as Gold, that way I can sort out, because I think some people volunteered to help and I have misplaced your names or something like that. I feel like I'm not embracing some people's offers of help, and that makes me feel bad, and plus a little silly, because I do need help. So if you're one of those people, please send me an email with that headline. If you're not and you want to help anyway, please also send that to me. We see that a second Rax went down, then a factory, and now a third Rax is going to be happening for Why Can't I Lose, all off of one gas. He's also gone with the Tech Lab, and he's making Marines.
This is really confusing because, I mean, it's generally accepted that 3 racks is an all-in, and you can't support more than 3 racks on one base. And so getting the factory with us is extremely surprising and fascinating, to say the least. So I'm curious to see how he decides to go with this. He's doing it in a tech lab as if he's going into Marine Siege Tank production, but I think he's got to realize that you can't support these 3 racks all on one base. But back at the third player's base, he's now saturating up his natural. His main is pretty much fully saturated as he throws on the Baneling Nest. Very important tech to get very early in the game right there, and I like to see it at this point in time.
Nicely done by Why Can't I Lose. That SCV was most likely going to die, considering both queens had popped. He does get as much use out of it as he can. He gets to see the Baneling Nest and the spawning pool. That's all its wriggly researchiness happening.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's so much prettier without the health bars there.
Yeah, I personally like health bars, but I know what you mean for like viewers. It's gonna be hard on the eyes. But anyway, back at Why Can't I Lose base, he's actually producing Hellions out of this factory, which is kind of interesting, considering the scenario. But I don't know. VM Serpent just producing Lings right now. He's got one Spine Crawler in position. Should be fine to hold off any sort of early game Hellion harassment.
And he's going with Siege Tech right now, and he's still on one gas. So I don't. How did he afford all of this? Right now, he's got a reactor, which is 50 gas. He's researching combat shield, which is another 50 gas. He's getting. Oh no, he was producing a Hellion there, not a tank. Okay.
Yeah, he's been.
That makes more sense because Siege Tech is 100, I think in 50 or 125 gas, and a tank is 125 gas. Yeah. Okay, so just now he can start the tank. That makes more sense.
Yes, sir. And here go the two Hellions out across the map. A little fact, just throwing out there. It takes 3 Hellion shots to kill 1 Zergling. So, I mean, 2 Hellions, while they're great for scouting, is not necessarily super effective when it comes down to roasting the Lings. But 2 Banelings are being morphed in with this little Ling pack. 1 Queen is in position. And I think so long as he gets decent Baneling shots, he should be able to hold off this engagement. Ooh, almost losing that Queen right there. And here goes.
Interesting that he only warped in 2. I mean, he didn't have any more gas for another one, but I'm sure he wishes he had 3 or 4 of the Hellions if they can manage to target 5 or just pretty decent kiting Baneling.
No!
Wasted. Oh, there are roaches on the way, though, so VM Serpent will be able to hold this. Why can't I lose now? Bringing forward more and more Marines. That tank is all the way back over here, and it's not going to help this force at all as it gets cleaned up.
Baneling's not getting very great shots off right there, but it wasn't what he needed. Ooh, there's a GG! I think a little preemptively out of Why Can't I Lose?
Yeah, perhaps, but he's definitely behind. His opponent has Roach and Baneling Tech. I don't know. I think that he had an opportunity perhaps to come back into it, but he was 20 supply behind, and he didn't. I don't know.
Yeah, it would have been tough, but I wouldn't have necessarily counted him out.
I'm trying to think of a way back in for him after that, and I'm not seeing it. I'm not saying that he had to leave just yet, but if his opponent produces another round of anything, whether it be Lings or Roaches, and then moves out across the map, he would have had to rely completely on like building a bunker and having siege tanks, and that could have worked.
Yeah, I mean that's. I guess he would have definitely needed to play more defensive and macro up hard. I don't know. I still would like to think that at the very least he had a small chance.
And oh, whoops, that would be it for that video, guys. We're gonna be entering game number 2 really soon, so don't go.